get back out there again, and to actually make a play too. It felt great.
And I guess, what do you want to? You've had a really productive last 2 years. What's the next goal for you? What do you want to see from yourself this year?
Just be better, man. Make guys miss. Get freaky with the ball, basically. Just be better than what I was the last 2 years, basically. So.
After that catch on Saturday, it looked like you just stood up to the crowd, kind of asked them to make a little more noise. Did that just feel like it was your first real moment back after how last year ended?
Yeah, you hit it on the head, man. It felt great to be back out there and make a play. Just to do what I do and try to move the ball on third down. And I got it done. And like I said, the O-line blocked it up great. Carson made a great pass. It was easy. But yeah, just to stand up and feel good about it. I'm blessed. God took care of me through the whole thing, and finally get a chance to get on the field again. It was a lot of excitement.
What do you say to Antonio after him fumbling on Saturday with that being such an issue in 2021? How do you keep him kind of focused on his job?
Antonio is a motivated young man. It happens, sometimes they get the ball out. It was a crazy play. The defender made a great play. But he's focused. He came back in the game. He came back in and ran extremely hard. I don't know if a lot of guys paid attention to it, but he stayed in, with the tools and, got it in, ran hard. So it's nothing. He worked hard every day. It's something he's working on. He's getting better at it.
What have you make of Brian Robinson so far, and have you kind of taken him under your wing?
I ain't taking him under my wing, but he already a player, It ain't too much I could do for him. Like I said, he went to Alabama. He's prepped up well. He can run the football. That's what he do. He got out and showed that. We're excited about him. He did a fantastic job.
What was the hardest adjustment for you when you were a rookie?
I was a receiver. It was more so just learning the plays. I was in Atlanta. They was throwing a lot of stuff at me. I was running bubbles my whole life, and now they telling me to run a out and a slant and those type of things. I was able to pick it up though, but I was moved to a running back, so it was very hard. And I got the chance to keep getting better at it. Now I'm here.
When you look, what do you make of the offense now with Carson here, you're back healthy, Curtis out there, you have Jahan? What do you make of this offense so far?
I think we moved the ball around. I think you really can't key in on one guy. We showed that a lot of guys touched the ball. I think we only played 1 or 2 series, but I think we moved the ball. We got in and we scored. I think Carson looked fantastic to me. And that's it. We're getting better. We're excited about it.
What's been your impression of Carson? Obviously, there's been so much said and written about him. What's your impression of him?
He's a great QB. We just talked about it. I'm trying to remind guys that he was an MVP candidate. That year when when they went to the Super Bowl. So we're excited about him. He looked great. And he's doing great.
I'm sorry. I'll take one more. Jamin Davis, you have had some battles with him out there in camp. Have you seen a difference in him even in coverage this season?
Yeah. Jamin looked good. He's flying around. He's block shedding. Those guys, when those guys go up against me, they take it upon themselves to, do the best they can. I got to kind of remind myself to not let them win sometimes, because once they win, I got to hear it. So I'm excited about tomorrow and going up against him, but he's been doing fantastic. He looked like a totally different player.
Obviously, Antonio had the fumble in the game the other day. Do you kind of talk to him at all about that, or just kind of keep his confidence up, anything along those lines?
Like I said, Antonio is a great player. The only thing I can say is, hey, get it out your head. And that's something as all players we got to learn how to do is once something bad happens, it's over with. We got to move on to the next play. And that's as easy as it sounds, it's very hard. But I think he did a fantastic job. He got back in and he ran extremely hard. He made plays, converted on the third down in the flat, ran the defensive back over, took him 4 yards. So we happy with Antonio. He's doing good.
And with you and Antonio and Brian, it's a great situation to have all that talent. On the other hand, everybody kind of wants to get as much work as they can. How do you kind of feel your role is ultimately going to be within this group?
I'm a team player. You get you, baby. So, and I'm going to be there. When my number is called, that's how my job been my whole life. When my number is called, I'm ready to make the play. And that's how we all got to do. You got to be, you got to be happy for the next man and go eat. And I'm third down. If my number is called, hey, let's go. Yeah.
When you make the switch from wide receiver to running back like you did, like Antonio has, is ball security like one of the harder adjustments?
Well, when you play a receiver, you're not around as many guys because it's usually you're in the perimeter until you get thrown inside, but it's usually going to be on 1 or 2 guys. But when you're running the ball, you got so many guys around you. That's just something you got to learn to keep 2 hands on the ball. It's just something you got to put in your head.
And with Jarrett Patterson, last year received a lot of attention in camp. He's kind of had drafting Robinson. He still has to earn his spot a year later. What have you noticed kind of from his approach and having to kind of earn it back all over again?
Well, we don't know how the depth is set up until the actual 53. But if you watch JP, he's doing great. You know, he even got in and he made plays. You know, he scored a touchdown that they didn't give to him. So regardless of when your number is called, you just got to go make the play. And I don't know if you guys been watching it, he's been doing good. All of the guys been doing good. Reggie and Jay Will, them guys look phenomenal.
You mentioned the defense chirping at you every time they win one. Seemed like it's been right on that line the whole camp of Ron.
No,
it's too much.
They haven't won too many against me. You know, they script it. They script practice too.
How do you make sure the overall tone though is constructive to the team and not ripping things apart?
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
You like make sure that the chirping doesn't get to distract.
Oh yeah, I mean that's when Coach Rivera steps in. You know, he let us know that hey, we not on our schedule, so let's get to work and let's take care of one another. All right, thank you, Jake. Appreciate y'all.